For years, I believed one thing. If you want to change your body, you have to push harder, sweat more, train harder, ignore discomfort. So when my face looked tired even though I was exercising, I thought I just wasn't doing enough. But I was wrong. Gentle yoga changed my face more than intense workouts ever did. And today, I'm going to share exactly how that happened. Most of us were taught the same idea. No pain, no gain. Push through it. Earn your rest. It's a message we hear everywhere, from fitness culture to our own internal voices telling us we're not doing enough. So that's what I did. I followed the rules. I exercised regularly. I stayed active. I kept moving, thinking that consistency and effort were the only things that mattered. But something just didn't add up. Instead of feeling energized and refreshed after a workout, I felt tight. Instead of having that post-exercise glow, my face often looked strained, almost tired. And no matter how consistent I was with my routine, my body felt like it was constantly playing catch-up, never truly recovering. I would look in the mirror and see the effort, but not the results I wanted. My jaw was tense, my brow was furrowed, and I just looked stressed. I was doing all the right things, or so I thought. I was moving my body, I was eating well, but the picture wasn't complete. The more I pushed, the more my body seemed to resist. It was a frustrating cycle. I was putting in so much work, but the reflection staring back at me told a different story. It was a story of tension, not transformation. And that's when I started to question if pushing harder was really the answer. We all know exercise is healthy. It's one of the best things we can do for our physical and mental well-being, but not all stress is helpful. And this is a key distinction that took me years to understand. Your body doesn't differentiate between different types of stressors. It doesn't know if the stress comes from an urgent work deadline, a difficult conversation, or a high-intensity workout. Stress is simply stress. When your life is already full of pressure from your job, your family, your responsibilities, a lack of sleep, intense workouts can sometimes just add more strain to an already overloaded system. Instead of helping you release stress, they can unintentionally pile it on. This keeps your nervous system on high alert, stuck in that fight or flight mode. And when that constant, low-grade stress builds up, that tension has to show up somewhere. For me, it showed up on my face. Think about it. When you're stressed, what happens? Your shoulders might creep up towards your ears. You might clench your jaw without even realizing it. Your breathing becomes shallow. This chronic tension affects your posture, your circulation, and even the tiny muscles in your face. I was essentially carrying my stress in my body, and my workouts were just reinforcing that pattern of tension instead of releasing it. Our face holds so much more than we realize. It's a mirror reflecting our internal state. Think about jaw tension, a tight neck, or even the habit of shallow breathing. I started to notice that I was constantly clenching my jaw, even when I was trying to relax. My neck muscles were like rocks. My shoulders were perpetually raised, guarding against some unseen threat. And my breathing was almost always shallow, stuck in my chest instead of flowing deep into my belly. My workouts were strong, but my body never fully relaxed afterward. I would finish a tough session, take a quick shower, and move on to the next thing, carrying all that residual tension with me. The concept of active recovery was missing from my vocabulary. That's when I finally realized that movement without recovery was keeping me stuck in this cycle of tension. My body was strong, but it wasn't calm. And that lack of calm was written all over my face. I didn't turn to yoga to transform my body. Honestly, I turned to it because I was just tired. I was tired of pushing. I was tired of feeling all this tension. I was tired of feeling so disconnected from my own body. I needed something different, something that didn't demand more from me. So I tried gentle yoga. And at first, it felt almost too simple. We were doing slow, deliberate stretches. We were focusing on controlled breathing. There were long periods of stillness. I remember thinking, how could this possibly change anything? I was used to sweat, to muscle burn, to feeling exhausted as a sign of progress. This felt like the opposite of everything I knew about exercise. There was no pain, no pushing, just quiet, intentional movement. I was skeptical, but I was also too tired to go back to my old ways. So I stuck with it. What I didn't understand at the time is that gentle yoga isn't just about becoming more flexible. Its real power lies in teaching your body that it's safe to relax. Every slow movement, every deep breath, sends a different signal to your nervous system. It's a message that says, you can let go, you can calm down, There's no threat here. As you move gently, your breathing naturally deepens. Your muscles, which have been holding onto tension for so long, finally get a chance to release. Your nervous system shifts out of that chronic fight or flight state and moves into what is called the parasympathetic state, or rest and digest. This is your body's recovery mode. And recovery is where the real change, the real healing begins. It's not about forcing your body into submission. It's about creating the right conditions for it to thrive. The changes were subtle at first. I started noticing that my jaw felt lighter at the end of the day. My neck wasn't so stiff when I woke up in the morning. My shoulders started to drop away from my ears without me having to constantly remind them. And then, my face started to follow. There was less puffiness in the morning. My resting expression seemed softer, more at ease. I looked less tired. I wasn't forcing these results. I wasn't doing facial exercises or trying to manipulate anything. My body was just responding naturally to the decrease in stress. That's when it finally clicked for me. My face wasn't changing because of more effort. It was changing because of balance. For the first time, I was giving my body as much rest and recovery as I was asking it for effort. Now, I want to be clear, I didn't stop moving my body. I still believe that regular movement is crucial for health. I just changed how I moved. Instead of punishing high-intensity workouts every day, my routine shifted. I started using gentle yoga to release tension and calm my nervous system. I incorporated daily walks to improve circulation and get my body moving without creating more stress. My focus shifted from exhaustion to energy. This combination of gentle yoga and light daily movement didn't overwhelm my system. It supported it. And when your body feels supported, it starts to heal and rebalance itself in quiet, powerful ways. The puffiness, the tension, the strained look, it all started to fade because the root cause, chronic stress, was finally being addressed. So why didn't all those intense workouts work for me in the long run? It's not because intense workouts are bad. They're not. They can be incredibly beneficial for building strength and cardiovascular health. But timing and context matter. If your body is already in a state of high stress from other areas of your life, adding more intensity can actually delay recovery and make things worse. For me, gentle yoga created space. It created space for my body to rest. It created space for me to breathe deeply. And it created space for real, sustainable change to happen. And that space, that sense of calm and release, showed up on my face before I noticed it anywhere else. It was the most unexpected but welcome transformation. The real lesson in all of this is that transformation isn't always about doing more. Sometimes it's about doing less but doing it with more awareness and consistency. It's about learning to listen to your body instead of just forcing it. It's about supporting your system instead of constantly pushing it to its limits. My face didn't change because I trained harder. It changed because my body finally felt calm enough to let go of the tension it had been holding for so long. If you find that your intense workouts are leaving you feeling more drained than energized, listen to that signal. It's your body talking to you. It might not be asking for more effort. It might be asking for more gentleness, more balance, and more rest. In my next video, I'll share exactly how I combine a simple morning yoga routine with daily walks, and why this has become the most underrated glow-up routine for both my face and my body. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then.